You know what that sound means? It's review time. And of course, we're going to review Birds of Prey and the whatever the hell, what is it? And the Fantabulous, hold on, I think I know this. And the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
That's it.
Okay.
You forgot open parentheses, close parentheses.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
But no, that's it.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Cool. So this movie, there's a lot of question marks about what the hell is this going to be? Is it going to be any good? Is it going to be bad good? But I think I can sum up where I stand on this movie pretty simply. This was basically a slightly better version of Suicide Squad for me.
For you, yeah, I was gonna. It was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was just all right. And I mean, pretty like right on the middle, all right.
Yeah.
But I'll start with some things that were really good about this movie. Mm-hmm. First of all, the cinematography was super on point. Mm-hmm. This is a great looking movie.
I agree.
And I saw this twice, and one time I saw it in IMAX, and man, did it look, the colors just popped real well on IMAX. The lighting was real good. Mm-hmm. The shot selection, everything looked real good in terms of photography standpoint.
I agree.
So the cinematography was really good, almost to the point where it didn't even... It's like, this is not the kind of movie that usually gets this good of cinematography. In a weird way.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Fight scenes were obviously fantastic.
I thought they were pretty damn good.
Right. And that's in no small part thanks to the stunt coordinator, Jonathan Eusebio, and the fight coordinator, John Valera. Mm-hmm. And I mention these guys because these dudes are the top of the top industry standard because they're part of Chad Stahelski's team, or his company, 8711. And those guys are obviously some of the best of the very best. And this movie shows that in a lot of respects.
I agree. And didn't Chad Stahelski doesn't he have a second unit credit on this?
Yeah, he's a second unit credit for this, for some of the reshoots and all that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the fight scenes, they really outdid themselves for the most part. There's a lot of cool variations of hand-to-hand stuff and improvised weapons.
Yes.
It's not really spoiler. Harley throws a real good Edson Barboza wheel kick at one point, and I thought, damn, that was impressive.
Great use of a baseball bat. And roller skates during certain fight scenes.
That's what I mean. There's some cool. Pieces. There's definitely some cool variation. If I were to, and there's some acrobatic stuff, which I thought was completely missing from Harley's fight style in Suicide Squad. There's the generic leg flippy, like Black Widow throw, a couple of those in Suicide Squad. But other than that, I thought, where's the like back walkover kicks and like weird, hand springs and flips and shit like that. And there, you get some funny goings on with the gymnastics here. And that's part of Harley's character.
That it is.
I will say, if there's one small gripe I had, and I'm only gonna be nitpicky because these guys are the best of the best. So there's one thing that kind of annoyed me was there's a part where one of the characters is using a bunch of push kicks and leg sweeps all in a row, and like the guys are just unconscious, and it's like those aren't killing blows. You need to follow up with like a punch while they after they've fallen. That's all. Just a little small thing. But that was only really a problem in one, and it's a small section of one scene. But it's like 3 or 4 push kicks in a row, and I'm like, these guys are not dead, not even close. Mm-hmm. But to be fair, this happens in a lot of modern action movies, so it's not like a unique problem. Mm-hmm. Like even that Black Widow flippity throw, it's like, that's not really going to hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like a small thing, I guess. But overall, the fight scenes were pretty intense.
I agree.
And a lot of good long takes.
Yes, very wide.
Yeah.
Very wide and very, very easy to see everything that's going on.
Yeah. Although I have to say, despite the long takes, the fight scenes, some of them weren't that long in general. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're kind of intermittent. You really do feel what's the word? You know how like in movies like James Bond or some of the other comic book movies, even in this world, the set pieces bleed into the movie, whereas this is like, I think the set pieces just, they feel very, not episodic, but they just kind of feel like jutting out from the rest of the movie. Like, there's the scene where she's with the bat. There's the scene with the shotgun. There's the scene where they're fighting on roller skates. And then it's like, it's just a lot of that where, like, I feel like the set pieces didn't really, what I'm trying to say is you kind of feel the reshoot effects of a lot of these set pieces. They feel added on.
That's kind of a bigger problem I have with this movie is like, now tell me if you've heard this one before. A team-up movie with Harley Quinn seems like parts of it are just missing and makes you wonder, is the studio possibly, I don't know, did they meddle with this just a bit? Like this movie, honestly, the second act feels like it's missing. It feels like there's a lot of setup, just like Suicide Squad. Takes a little too long to get to the point of the first act, just like Suicide Squad. And then you kind of jump into the action of like, all right, now here's the mission or whatever. Like the big like finale is kind of all, it's like the second and third act are kind of just like one big sequence in a weird way.
Sure, I get the pacing's weird.
Well, that's another thing is the non-linear shit really did not help this movie's case.
Yeah, and that's a writing thing.
Well, yeah, there's a lot wrong with the script, but, we'll get there with every grievance we have along the way. Anyway, point being, the script was pretty bad. So, as I said, the entire second act felt like it was missing. And I think part of that comes from, like, this movie, it didn't feel like it went all in on its promise. Like, this is a wacky, zany, goofy movie, and it is for the first 10 minutes. And not to say that the zaniness completely goes away, but didn't you feel like after the intro...
The animated intro?
Yeah, the animated intro, and she breaks the fourth wall. These are not big spoilers, but you kind of get the feeling, oh, so this is going to be a goofy, like, out there movie. And then it kind of isn't after that.
No, it's pretty
other than
low-key.
Harley Quinn just interrupting the momentum it builds, which you're enjoying. Like, that was a cool scene. Let's keep it going. No, wait. I'm telling it all wrong. Let's rewind. And I thought, no. What the hell are you doing? I was enjoying this. It's like, now let's go back to more boring things. And I'm like, what are you doing?
This is, well, if we're talking about script, I guess my big issue with this is that this is a bit of this is like a peculiar experiment in like the reaping of the fruits from a plant that was born of two like different seeds that have very little to do with each other. So obviously we have talked about in the past that like the Birds of Prey and Harley Quinn up until now have had very little to do with each other in the canon.
Yeah.
And
that's a whole different issue. This movie, as we pointed out, has very little to do with their DC counterparts other than Harley Quinn, but go on.
But no, I think that's the fundamental wrong that this movie commits. I think this is a movie that's built on lopsided foundation. It's like, why did Harley Quinn really need the Birds of Prey in order to succeed in her own movie? No. Why even include the Birds of Prey when a Harley Quinn solo film was what was so obviously teased at all along? What the hell? Neither of these movies were things I wouldn't want. Would I see a Harley Quinn movie? Absolutely. Would I see a Birds of Prey movie? Absolutely. But a Birds of Prey or a Harley Quinn with also Birds of Prey movie, it's just it didn't make sense. It felt like the consolidation of two pre-existing scripts. And again, it's not horrible. It's not even, I wouldn't even say it's that bad. It's just it's not very good.
Yeah, see that's kind of my problem too. Is I kind of felt like all the Birds of Prey characters weren't necessary.
Yeah,
I didn't think any of them. Like I thought you could have maybe used one of them, but then at the same time, like since a lot of these characters are kind of drastically different from their counterparts, you you could have just made it. You seriously could have made like these characters anybody.
Honestly, yeah.
And just had one of them, because having Huntress, Renee Montoya, and Black Canary, it just felt redundant in a lot of ways.
These characters get so shortchanged.
Oh, that's the other thing. It's like none of these characters, they're barely in it, especially Huntress.
I was going to say, none more so than Huntress. She gets shafted.
And like
no screen time. And you know what? I know we were kind of bemoaning the casting a little bit. I would say it's to the movie's detriment, because I thought all the Huntress stuff was a lot of my favorite shit. Like her training in the fucking wine cellar in like a sweatsuit with all the mafia people. I'm like, can this be the movie? Because like,
I was kind of bored by all of her backstory stuff though, because you're getting all this Harley Quinn stuff and it's all intricate and weird and whatever. And then it's like, let's go back to this other character. And I said, I don't give a shit about this person. She's not the main character.
Well, for me, that was the only character that had a motivation that I gave a fuck about.
That's
it was
true.
Like, I don't really care about Harley Quinn not liking the Joker. Like, that's like Batman's job, and I've already done that before. With Black Canary, she's pissed off at her boss. She doesn't like I couldn't connect with her character that much. But every time we saw Helena Bertinelli's story, I'm like, the vengeance. I mean, she's just Lady Batman, and I'm like, God damn it! I wish we got this as a movie.
I understand that, but the fact of the matter was, and by them changing the name of the movie when you search for it, only supports this point. It's basically a Harley Quinn movie.
Yep.
So all the other characters feel like they're ancillary characters, and therefore their stories weren't very good. And you know whose story dragged the most ass? Every time they went to Renee Montoya, I was so not interested in what was going on. Those were the only times in the movie where I was really bored. Her whole story, I'm like, this is not the same movie as Harley Quinn, basically, at that point. This is boring procedural cop drama. And they even make a reference of it, kind of in a winking at the camera way, like, oh, you sound like a bad 80s cop cliche. All right, newsflash. Just because you acknowledge that her scenes are that doesn't make them magically any better. Like, oh, get it? We're making fun of those 80s cop cliches. Okay, so they are 80s cop cliches, and they are bad, and they are boring. So, let's just move to spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that was a question.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, so Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's what we should have pointed out what this movie is truly called. I mean...
Yeah. Man, it felt like an unveiling of their true intentions. Like, all right, I mean...
All right, you got us.
What this is.
Yeah, but, okay, so are we going to talk about the adaptational differences? I was really going to try not to, but it's hard not to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so...
Well, first of all, there's no Oracle or Batgirl.
There's no Oracle or Batgirl, but...
Well, there's no Barbara Gordon.
Oh my god, the kid was so annoying in this.
Well, first of all, you made a cardinal sin. You already made a cardinal sin in making Cassandra Cain talk.
Yeah.
So, that sucks.
And you wanted a cool fight scene? Cassandra Cain, raised by an assassin.
Not so much this time.
You blew it. Yeah, it's just generic, like...
Inner city.
Yeah.
Tragic story.
Trap house parents.
Yeah.
Point is, her character is not very good.
Yeah, she's basically just a MacGuffin.
Yeah, and...
She literally is there to ingest the MacGuffin.
Her dialogue is no good.
No. I mean, no one's dialogue.
What happened to your face?
Yeah,
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was no good.
People in their 30s trying to write children.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounded like to me every time she talked. I'm like,
how do you do, fellow kids?
A little bit. I was like, I don't know.
Where did we get... Okay, yeah, the adaptational difference. Black Canary, this is not the same character at all.
I mean, it's like, the only thing that's there is like...
Her mom was a crime fighter, and that scene was... Oh, okay, we'll just talk about the dialogue. That scene is so bad on the stairwell. I know it's not that long, but it's like, I say you get about 5 cringy lines, but when you do them all right in a row, it's like, man, you're testing my patience. I knew your mom when she was a cop. Where were you then? Like, where were you when she was dying on the streets? Like, stop trying so hard. Please just do what Natalie Portman does.
Yeah.
When you're in a movie where your
through.
character isn't that good, just like kind of just coast through.
Sleepwalk.
Stop trying so hard.
Yeah.
That was just like, it was such overacting. And I'm like, didn't we just see a clown girl cry over a sandwich being spilled in the streets 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to take this shit seriously?
Yeah, the basic, and I mean literally the basic shit is there. Like, she's a lounge singer. She has vocal prowess.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Lounge singer, which is, technically, that's only in the Rebirth comics.
Yeah.
And some of the New 52. Mm-hmm. No, but if I'm going to be a super nerd about it, and I will be.
But that's it.
She works at a goddamn florist shop, all right?
Yeah.
That's her whole thing. It's like, she's all about flowers and shit, but she can also beat your ass.
Hence the name,
Black
Dinah Laurel Lance.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just thought I felt like that was such a cop-out, like, see, it's really her. And I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think necessarily that...
You know what I mean? Like...
No, yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Like,
I didn't think any of the... I'll say I didn't think any of the... Well, not any of the acting, but I want to say on the whole, most of the acting is fine considering the script.
Yeah, sure, but that's...
Like, I didn't think...
No, I mean, that was the only scene of acting.
That's what I mean. Like
that I
think overall... Like, I thought what's her name was fine. Like, Journey Smollett-Bell's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only scene where I was like, please stop this.
Yeah,
well, no, I feel like they all had one. Mm-hmm. Except Harley, just because she's such an unbelievable person to begin with. I kind of... Like, her ridiculousness kind of... Mm-hmm. No, okay, Harley had one. You made me want to be less of a terrible person. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not a good guy. I'm so sick of them trying to make her one. It's like, just make her chaotic neutral at best. Mm-hmm. And then, what was... Oh, well, Montoya kind of shares that one with Black Canary.
Right.
And then, yeah, but I had no problem with her acting.
No,
like, in general.
I didn't really have problems with the acting. What was the...
Oh, God, no, the one with Huntress that, like, I'm just like, please stop. Don't ever do that again. I don't have rage issues, Robert, you get that? It's so funny. Because she says she doesn't have rage issues, but then she acts like she does.
It's a big old 90s joke.
Oh, my God, but... Yeah, except for the fact that it's, like, not funny.
Yeah.
They tried to have a setup and a punchline, so you're right. It is 90s in that sense.
Yeah.
I mean, she just didn't have much, like... She had, like, 4 lines, and they tried to give her a personality.
She didn't have anything to do.
Like, she's kind of, like, aloof and socially awkward, I guess, was... The personality they're trying to go for.
She is, in this movie, as in the comics, the coolest character of the Birds of Prey, I think. But she doesn't have anything to fucking do. She shows up, we find out what the fuck she's even called, like, there's like a half hour left in the movie. I'm like, really? This is the first time we get a good look at Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
Yeah.
And, like, it's just pissed me off, kind of.
Here's another way to put this. There's only one fight scene in this whole movie where all of them are together.
Yeah, it's the end.
Which is kind of ridiculous. The very end. You know, you want to see them all fight together. Mm-hmm. And I know it takes a little while, like, hey, we need to team up. But it took far too long to get to that point for them to all team up together. So, yeah. Speaking of the fight scenes, though, Renee Montoya. Now, while I believed her acting, Rosie Perez... I was not buying it in the fight scenes.
No.
Like her little T-Rex arms, like fighting like Harley Quinn would bounce her head off the ground like John Jones fighting a child.
Yeah, no, I mean, at the very least, they made it look like she made quick work of her, like, in a couple seconds. But, like...
When she's fighting all the thugs, I'm just not buying this right now.
Yeah, like...
It's like when she runs like Danny DeVito, like, I'm not buying her chasing Harley Quinn.
Dude, the greatest Rosie Perez fight scene is the one with her and James Franco in Pineapple Express.
Yeah, because
the greatest one.
That's more believable because they're both kind of like... She's kind of a crappy, seedy cop, and he's just like a kind of a bum.
He kicks her between the legs. She's like, Jesus! that's great.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I mean, it's hard because Rosie Perez is just like she's not physically imposing.
Yeah.
She's shorter in stature.
Yeah.
So I mean that's gonna be hard regardless. But yeah, I mean she fit the part of the rough cop.
I believed her as the cop, and her acting was fine. I just wasn't buying her in the fight scenes.
Maybe in those scenes, maybe in the Rosie Perez scenes, we could use a little bit more tighter shots, not as wide to show how tall everybody was.
It's like, this is where editing and stunt doubles do all the shit that like we usually bitch about. Do it here though.
Yeah.
Because, like, Journey Smollett-Bell looked real good in the fight scenes.
Oh, yeah. There was some where I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's like, you're lifting your leg really high there, man.
Except for the fucking, she was the one who was the push kicker.
Yeah, yeah.
There's that part where she's, like, on the platform in the funhouse. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how many people is she going to push kick who are totally not knocked unconscious whatsoever in a row? That's more a choreography thing. That's not her fault. Mm-hmm. And Harley Quinn, obviously, what's her face? Margot Robbie has done a number of these action movies and such.
She busted ass for this one, you can tell.
Yeah.
And I also thought that, again, script considering, she was really, I thought, fun to watch.
I thought she was kind of a brighter spot of the movie.
We've gone back and forth on her as this character, but I think it's like in this... Again, my thinking or my viewing of this as a Birds of Prey Harley Quinn movie aside, or my viewing of it being a bad thing aside, I like seeing her as the character. She takes well to the character's personality and spirit, so that's something. Yeah.
And what's her name? Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes.
I was to say Winstead. She was obviously she did well with the physicality and And I think
she had a couple good moments. Well, not enough.
Not enough. Yeah, hardly any.
She had the one around the slide where she's stabbing the dude.
See, that was cool. Kind of another thing. The third act, when they're in that fun house, I'm like, where the hell has this been the whole goddamn movie?
Yeah.
I almost wish that was the whole movie. And I kind of felt like, as good as that was, it could have been elaborated on further. Like, there should have been more rooms, and they could have done some... kind of like semi-haunted house-ish shit where like she's hiding or something and pounces on him.
Right.
Like with Harley especially.
Right.
And that's what I mean is like there are a few things that kind of felt like, I hate saying this, but like a little bit like half-baked. Okay, and now I'll bring up some examples of this. So there's obviously what I just said, the funhouse. I felt like it should have been elaborated on more. Mm-hmm. And by the time it was over, I thought, oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be like needlessly long but awesome for action. Those fight scenes where a person who's not into action scenes would say they're still fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, more, damn it! Like I thought it was gonna be like John Wick 3. Like they're just gonna keep going. The animated intro just kind of seemed like, oh, so this is the route we're going, all wacky and goofy. And then kind of not really. And obviously, as I pointed out, most of the fight scenes just all kind of felt like they're too short or like interrupted. Mm-hmm. Like the initial fight in the police station before the evidence locker area.
Right.
But when it's interrupted, I thought, what a cool sequence that would have been if those were back to back.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Also, the part where Renee Montoya's chasing Harley and someone drops like a AC unit out the window and it says like, this person has a grievance against her. I thought, oh great, so this is going to be like a Tex Avery cartoon and tons of people are just going to throw shit at her and trip her or whatever and like make life miserable, and then you're going to see all the people she pissed off. Mm-hmm. But they really didn't go all in on that.
No, there was one...
You know what I mean? I felt like they did this constantly throughout the movie. There's a lot of like kind of cool ideas that they just didn't go all the way on.
They had the Frida Kahlo looking bitch or whatever she's called. I'm like, why not more of this? Because this is actually a funny idea,
right?
But yeah,
well, that's what I mean. They just didn't elaborate on a lot of this shit. Also, here's another thing. Here's a waste of a fight scene. Victor Zsasz.
He just gets shot.
Dumbass Forrest Gump killer. Her boss, Harley Quinn blew up ice chemicals there.
Yeah, he just gets shot.
He sucked. He was terrible.
I mean, it's whatever. I mean, he didn't have a whole lot to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He sucked.
Oh, you mean the character as written sucked?
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely my problem. I'm not saying. Actually, well, I thought his performance. I don't know though. Like, how do you perform a character that poorly written?
That's what I mean. It's like, I don't like. I guess it sucked.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. Most of the acting was fine, and I know I'm really alone on this. I didn't fucking dig Black Mask at all.
No.
No. Well, in addition, like I let bygones be bygones with the fact that he's literally not the same character.
No, I had fun with it. I'll say that.
Well, see, everyone keeps saying that shit like that means anything. Like, he was having so much fun with the role. Okay, Robert, he's having fun. Okay, let's Google stock photos of people having fun. Now look at those photos. Tell me, does that entertain you?
I said I had fun with it.
No, I'm just saying. I've heard everyone say this bullshit.
Well, I mean, he's having fun with it, but like I had fun with it. That doesn't mean I think it's Black Mask.
What the fuck does that mean? Even
I can't.
He's just like his character is just like, I'm gonna talk weird. He sounds like that ESPN guy, the guy who sounds like this. But then all of a sudden he took a dump. He's like, I feel better.
You making me laugh like that is just proving my point.
What?
That I found him funny.
He sucked.
What
was his person? He's like, I'm weird.
Well, see,
that's a personality.
See, now we're getting into my issues with the character. I thought he was a bit of an amalgam of a couple different characters and not really Black Mask. Now, my having fun with him as a character in this movie does not mean I think he's a good interpretation or adaptation of the character Black Mask. It's just not who Roman Sionis is.
When he blew up at that, I'm like, good, fuck you, you suck. I hope we never see you again.
I actually got really sad because we probably won't. And I'm like, all right, that's probably the only time we'll ever see Black Mask in a movie.
Well, that's another thing. The way they wrote this character, so that's 2 missed opportunities for an extra, like, cool one-on-one fight scene. Mm-hmm. Zaz, I thought, was going to be like a legit fight scene when they finally got to him. And then he just shoots him. Oh, dead. Who cares? Mm-hmm. And then, well, at least with Black Mask, they gave you a cool chase to get there. And I'm pretty sure that was a reshoot.
Yeah, but they didn't even fucking... My issue with Black Mask is it was so clear... So the rumor is that... It's not even a rumor. This was supposed to be the Penguin. Yeah. And it's so clear because he has his club.
Right,
the Iceberg Lounge.
Yeah.
And he has, like... He has so much vitriol towards women in this movie.
Yeah, and like that.
That's not really a Black Mask thing. That's a Penguin thing.
That's like Penguin's thing is like he's very archaic and therefore he's kind of a chauvinist asshole.
But what's so weird is they even touch like they nibble at like things that make Roman Sionis who he is. Like they talk like 2 seconds about like. He says, like, yeah, my father left me everything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, go on. Because now we're getting into Roman Sionis territory. And they don't elaborate on that.
But that's what I'm saying. They had all these cop-out moments to be like, see, we referenced one thing from the comics. That means it's exactly the same character.
But it doesn't make any goddamn sense because you have to know... The whole point of Roman Sionis is his relationship with his dad. That's the point of the mask. Like... Anybody watching this that doesn't know what the fuck is going on with that mask is just going to be like, okay, like, what? Why is he wearing that?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a huge fucking part of his character. It's his father's, it's a mold of his father's death mask that he wears. And it's like Shakespearean and like him wanting to be his dad and all that shit. And all that shit's lost in this character. And again, while I thought Ewan McGregor was fun to watch. That doesn't mean it's a good version of the character.
Well,
Black Mask.
See, that's my problem. Is I just didn't think he was a good character. Period. Because it's just like, I don't know. Like he just didn't do anything for me. He's just like, I talk with a weird voice. I have a nightclub. Like, okay. Now I'm wearing a mask. Okay, where's like the consistency? It just felt like he was just kind of all over the place, as you said. Partly because he's clearly supposed to be Penguin.
He should have been Penguin.
I have a question about his thugs. Mm-hmm. Punch first, shoot later.
Yeah. What the hell?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like I heard a lot of people making that criticism. I think it's sort of unfair because, like, you could make that criticism about
1,000 movies?
About 90% of all superhero movies. Mm-hmm. I mean, but I guess the problem was the way they set it up. It's hard not to notice it.
I mean, it's
Like,
very easy.
We're sending in 100 of these dudes. Like, do whatever. Make up, like, some bullshit like, we've got a magnet inside here. Or, like, the classic Jackie Chan fight scene, you know. We can't bring guns in here. If you shoot anything, this'll blow this place sky high. There's propane tanks everywhere.
Yeah,
like
we're in a museum. There's priceless treasures everywhere.
Or like Harley Quinn could have been like, I know exactly what to do. Like, chops open something with an axe, and it's like, you know, Hunter's like, there's gas leaking in here. And she could say, exactly. I don't know, just something funny like that.
Just do what Star Wars does and give the bad guys bad aim.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and then they're out of bullets, and then they have no choice but to resort to fisticuffs.
Right.
But I guess I'll talk about one positive, because there was a way that they did address this. You see, Harley Quinn was getting shot at, but she was hiding behind a pallet of something very special that made her power up.
Right.
I think that was my favorite part of the movie.
Well, because she went all ham with the fucking baseball bat.
But she was also just ingesting a lot of cocaine.
It was a great
scene. It gave her superpowers. And I thought, see, I like this because, like, this is where I'm like, this is a Harley Quinn moment because she's not a good guy. I think like, Batman's not going to fucking do that shit.
That, for me, is the highlight of the movie. That whole sequence in real time, not with the flashbacks cut in. Like the police station sequence, probably the best sequence.
I think that's the best. I completely agree, and it's kind of a shame that it had to be
in the middle.
Up. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like the non-linear stuff was very necessary at all. Mm-hmm. I felt like the humor in general was just hit or miss.
I agree.
I think like some of it was all right. Some of it was just like, eh. Yeah. Also, they show the last two shots of this movie in the trailer.
Yeah, they do.
I get, it's like, way to pull a Sony Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. 2.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
God damn it. Yeah, they do that.
You know what the other thing that's bullshit about that is, too? That lame-o, and then they started the Birds of Prey. Mm-hmm. Like, first of all, it felt way forced. I would almost
this movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. Exactly. You're thinking, shouldn't that have been the movie?
Yeah.
Or excuse us, according to Warner Brothers' new mandate, because they saith it so. Mm-hmm. I guess not. But yeah, that felt real forced. And you know what else that does that kind of annoyed me about that? I thought that was another fight scene somewhere, but no, it's not really. It's just like a little snippet of one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like when you see that in the trailer without context, you're like, oh shit, look at all these different fight scenes.
They bamboozled you.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I guess my final thoughts are, Harley Quinn is not a good guy. Just stop this shit.
Yeah, well, she'll be joining a Birds of Prey near you soon, right?
Ugh, whatever.
Yikes.
All right, so you want to move on to scores?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Normally what I do with movies that I think aren't very good but have real rad fight scenes, I usually give them a 3 out of 5. Mm-hmm. But in cases such as that, such as Once Upon a Time in Shanghai, like 3/4 of the movie is fighting. Mm-hmm. So because this didn't quite meet my quota for mayhem, even though there was a decent bit of it, didn't quite meet the quota that I seemed, in my mind, that seemed to be promised. I'm going to give this movie a 2.5 out of 5. I'm just going to save myself the effort of downgrading it later at the end of the year. And I give this like a hard 2.5, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I feel like you could convince me it's a 3 maybe on the right day. I kind of ebb and flow, but I don't do fractions unless it's halves.
I'm doing fractions.
All right, what do you got?
I'm going 6.5.
6.5?
I'm not super lukewarm on it, but I'm also not very warm on it. Yeah, the fight scenes are really cool. The set design I really enjoyed. The cinematography is good.
There's major problems with the script.
The script is needed a major rework. Though the performances, I thought for the most part were fine, despite the dialogue. I can't get behind this movie as a concept. It being an unholy marriage between two movies that should have been their own thing. Harley Quinn being one, Birds of Prey being its own other thing.
Well, yeah. 2.5 plus a 6.5.
That's 9 out of 15?
9 out of 15, so that's...
It's okay.
Right. No, I mean, this is a perfectly watchable movie. It just wasn't great for me.
Me neither.
And I feel like giving it a 3, I'd be lying to myself just a little. Mm-hmm. All right, so that'll do it for our review of Warner Brothers Doesn't Even Know What the Fuck This Movie Is Called.